Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're peeling back the layers on Progress Software, specifically looking at their second quarter 2025 earnings call.
Right.
And we're not just reviewing the numbers, are we? We're digging into how they're, building this plan for growth and innovation.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just data points. It's really a window into how a major software company handles growth, how they integrate these big acquisitions.
Like ShareFile.
Like ShareFile, yeah. And maybe most importantly, how they're embedding AI, artificial intelligence, right into the core of what they do.
So our mission here is to pull out the really key insights from that call.
The nuggets, yeah.
Yeah.
Helping you understand the why behind their decisions.
Exactly. Think of this as your fast track to getting Progress Software's health, their future plans, and, how they're adapting.
To a market that's changing incredibly fast.
Right. So with that said, let's dive in, starting with those Q2 financial results.
Yeah.
So kicking off with Progress Software's second quarter 2025 performance. The headline numbers look quite strong.
They really do.
Total revenue hit $237 million. That's up, 36% year over year?
Yeah, a solid jump. And the ARR, annual recurring revenue, that grew 46% year over year to $838 million.
Which is huge, though they also mentioned 2% on a pro forma basis.
Right. And that's important. Pro forma kind of adjusts for the timing of acquisitions like ShareFile, so it gives you a better sense of the, let's say, underlying organic growth.
Got it. And a really key number, net retention rate, was strong at 100%.
Which means customers are sticking around and spending about the same on average. Crucial for recurring revenue businesses.
Plus an impressive operating margin, 40%. And earnings per share, $1.40, which actually beat their own guidance.
Yeah, and what's interesting there isn't just that the numbers are good, but it suggests they've got this robust operational engine running.
Right.
Consistently turning revenue into profit. It points to, well, mature financial discipline.
More than just one good quarter.
Exactly. They called it solid execution and expense control. And that seems to be across the board, different regions, different products.
OpenEdge and ShareFile got specific mentions for strong performance.
They did. And this overall confidence, you see it reflected in them raising their guidance for the rest of 2025.
Okay. And it wasn't just income, right?
Yeah.
The balance sheet improved too.
Yeah. They paid down another $40 million on their revolving credit line.
So that brings the total debt paid down in the first half to $70 million.
Pretty decent chunk. Now, you might spot that slight bump in days sales outstanding, DSO.
Right, up to 53 days. What was that about?
Well, they clarified it was actually a deliberate choice, a tactical thing.
Okay.
It happened during the really complex transition of getting the ShareFile business onto Progress's own billing system.
A big integration task.
Huge. So they basically prioritized making that transition smooth for customers, aiming for long-term efficiency rather than, hitting a specific DSO number for that quarter.
Makes sense. It's a trade-off you sometimes see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Common in these large-scale integrations.
Okay, so solid financials. But let's shift gears a bit to the strategic side, especially AI. They announced the Nuclia acquisition, $20 million.
Yep.
They described it as an easy-to-use self-service SaaS product that democratizes trustworthy and verifiable Gene AI. What's your take on that?
Well, it's definitely more than just grabbing an AI company for the headlines. Nuclia brings something specific. They call it unique, agentic, RAG-as-a-service AI capabilities.
Okay, let's unpack agentic RAG as a service.
Right. So RAG is retrieval augmented generation. Basically, the AI doesn't just make stuff up. It pulls information from specific trusted data sources you give it.
So the answers are more accurate and you can check where they came from. Verifiable.
Exactly. And the agentic part means it can do more than just answer questions. It can potentially take actions or process information more intelligently. It's more dynamic.
And as a service just means it's delivered via the cloud, easy to use.
Pretty much. Now, financially, this $20 million deal isn't expected to move the needle much short term, but they're framing it as a strategic acceleration of the R&D process.
So speeding up their own AI development.
Yeah, think of it as jump-starting their R&D pipeline, getting these advanced AI features out faster than if they just built everything from scratch.
And that fits their history, doesn't it? Investing to stay current with big tech waves.
Absolutely. Like they did with the internet, with mobile, it's the same playbook, just applied to AI now.
So the main goal here seems to be integrating Nuclia's tech to help their existing customers speed up their AI projects.
Precisely. And that, in turn, helps Progress keep those customers happy and loyal, strong retention.
Okay.
And that's also where Nuclea is a bit different from some of their other acquisitions. It's not really meant to be sold as a standalone thing.
Okay.
The plan is to integrate it across their portfolio, weave it into products like their data platform, OpenEdge, MarkLogic, Semaphore,
Right.
and also into Sitefinity, their web content system, and even ShareFile.
So infusing AI directly into the tools customers already use.
That's the idea. Make the existing tools smarter rather than selling a separate AI box.
Okay. And speaking of integration, let's talk about ShareFile itself. That was a massive acquisition. How's that integration going?
The update sounds really positive, actually. They said they're ahead of our integration plan.
Ahead of schedule is always good news with integrations.
Definitely. Most of the main operational synergies are apparently done, and the TSA, that's the Transition Services Agreement.
Right, where the seller helps run things for a while.
Exactly. That got terminated earlier than planned, which is a pretty big milestone. Those TSAs can drag on sometimes.
So what's the big deal about getting ShareFile's billing, fulfillment, all that stuff onto Progress's own platform?
Well, it's a huge step towards making it feel like one company, both internally and for customers.
Okay.
They expect it will significantly improve the ShareFile customer experience, standardizing processes, consolidating systems. It's the unglamorous but crucial work for making an acquisition truly successful.
Right, the plumbing needs to work seamlessly.
Perfectly put.
And meanwhile, the ShareFile engineering team hasn't just been focused on integration, right? They've been adding new AI features, too.
Yeah, they've rolled out some powerful stuff. Things for faster document collection, automating repetitive tasks, simplifying workflows.
And generating AI-driven insights from documents. They mentioned some pretty impressive speed improvement.
They did, like gathering documents 3.5 times faster and extracting key insights up to 25 times faster.
That's a serious productivity gain for users.
Absolutely. And they also highlighted ShareFile's deeper integration with Microsoft 365 for secure co-authoring.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, getting recognized as a visionary in the latest Gartner Magic Quadrant for document management.
So signs of continued innovation and market relevance. It wasn't just acquire and maintain.
No, definitely pushing the product forward.
Okay, so we've got solid financials, strategic AI moves, good integration progress. What does this actually mean for customers day to day? The earnings call mentioned some success stories.
Yeah, and these anecdotes really help paint the picture. They show how Progress Tech solves real, often complex business problems.
Give us an example.
Okay, so there's a global pharmaceutical company. They used Progress's data platform combined with a RAG search solution like Nuclea's Tech built using semantic knowledge graphs.
Semantic knowledge graphs,
Yeah.
making the AI understand the meaning and context better.
Exactly. And the result, they boosted their generative AI answer accuracy from like 44%,
Yeah.
which is pretty poor.
Not great for research scientists.
Not at all. They boosted it to 84%. Think of the time saved for thousands of researchers.
Well, that's a huge impact. Any others?
Yeah, quite a few. One of the biggest U.S. ports, they expanded their use of Progress Telerik and Kendo UI. Those are developer tools.
Right.
Because of new AI coding assistance features. Result, faster development, better code quality, less risk.
Okay.
We also heard about a big sustainability company using Progress for modernizing IT automation across thousands of locations, a European government using them for AI-driven cybersecurity enhancements.
AI ops, right?
Yep. AI for IT operations. And even a Fortune 500 oil and gas producer using ShareFile's AI features for securely sharing massive sensitive files across their supply chain.
So these aren't just theoretical benefits. They're solving tangible problems across different industries.
Exactly. They're genuinely transformative solutions in many cases.
Now, it's interesting. Progress isn't just selling AI tools. They're clearly using AI internally quite heavily, too. You mentioned their operational discipline. How much does internal AI usage contribute to that?
Oh, it seems critical. It's baked into their strategy for maintaining those world-class operating margins and expense discipline they keep talking about.
How so? Where are they using it?
Pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Engineering teams use AI-assisted coding tools, faster development, better code, like the port example.
Okay.
IT operations uses predictive analytics for managing infrastructure, trying to prevent downtime before it happens.
Proactive. Nice.
Customer support uses AI chatbots and smart case routing for quicker responses. Marketing uses generative AI to help create content and run campaigns more efficiently.
Even sales.
Yep, using AI to nurture potential leads before a salesperson even gets involved, sort of warming them up.
So this internal AI adoption is all about efficiency, freeing up people for, as they put it, high-value strategic work.
That seems to be the core idea. drive efficiency everywhere possible.
Does adopting AI internally like this come with challenges, though, even for a tech company? Data, training, culture shifts.
Absolutely. It's not trivial. It requires robust data infrastructure, ongoing model training, getting teams comfortable with new ways of working. It's a continuous investment.
But they clearly see the payoff.
Seems so. And it ties directly into the other pillar of their strategy we haven't talked much about yet, M&A. Disciplined, accretive M&A.
Right. Acquisitions that add value.
Exactly. And the experience they gained integrating ShareFile, which was huge and complex, has apparently given them the confidence and the in-house know-how to look at a much wider range of potential targets.
So they feel they can handle more types of deals now.
That's the message. They said they can evaluate almost any kind of business, SaaS or otherwise, broadening their M&A horizons significantly.
While still sticking to their strict criteria, presumably.
Well, yeah, they were quick to reaffirm that. Still focused on quality products, loyal customers, recurring revenue, high retention, and, paying a sensible price. Discipline remains key.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. Progress Software, strong Q2. Good revenue, good ARR growth.
Yep.
The Nuclia acquisition looks like a smart, strategic AI play. Internal AI use is driving efficiency, and the big ShareFile integration is ahead of schedule and already delivering new features.
A pretty positive picture overall. And we should probably mention the CEO, Yogesh Gupta, got recognized as an Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year in New England.
Right, good point. A nice external validation.
And the company itself was named one of the 2025 Best Places to Work by the Boston Business Journal.
Which suggests the internal culture is strong, too.
Yeah, and that often underpins sustained success, doesn't it? Good culture, good execution.
Definitely. Okay, so here's a final thought for you, our listeners, to chew on. Progress isn't just selling AI. It's actively transforming itself into an AI-driven company internally.
A key distinction.
So what does this deep internal commitment to AI, combined with that newly expanded M&A appetite, signal for the future? Not just for Progress, but maybe for the broader enterprise software world.
Yeah, is this becoming the blueprint? Using AI internally to fund innovation and strategic acquisitions.
Something to think about. How might this approach shape growth and innovation for other companies facing this fast-changing tech landscape?